Your mother insisted on a small family dinner, which in your house always meant a table full of people who ate well, laughed loud, and remembered your existence only when something needed to be paid. This time, Jungkook came with you, your fiance, and someone you are trying to lean on because you don't have to be all perfect in front of him. Jungkook arrived right on time. He stood at your parents' doorway holding a small box of pastries, smiling politely as your mother exaggerated her excitement. Jungkook, come in, come in. You brought something? You didn't have to. He laughed awkwardly. It's nothing, just something I thought everyone might like. He looked around the living room and then at you, offering a small smile that always made you feel seen, safe, and steady. The kind of smile that made you think maybe he could be different. You weren't in love, but lately you were warming up to the idea of trusting him. Dinner started, everything was going well until your brother pushed his plate away halfway. Then he cleared his throat and shot you a look you knew too well. Nona, I need some financial help. You stiffened. Jungkook looked at you confused but silent. Why? Your mother spoke. Your brother is starting his own business. Isn't it nice? You looked at her. She looked so excited even after knowing he had lost a lot of money trying such businesses that never worked out. Why don't you look for any job? You have already tried and it didn't work out. No one liked that advice. Nuna, are you trying to demotivate me? This time my idea is very solid and I'm sure it will work out really well. I'll pay you your money back, don't worry. You sighed, knowing he won't listen. How much? $10,000. You blinked. That was not small, not something you could spare this month, not after covering two rent payments and your mother's medical checkup and your sister's tuition. You swallowed. I don't have it right now. Your mother immediately set her fork down, lifting her eyebrows. What do you mean you don't have it? You inhaled slowly. I've been covering a lot lately. I'm saving for myself this time. Your mother's face twisted, offended. Saving for yourself? Your father scoffed loudly, leaning back in his chair. Here we go again. You felt the heat rise in your cheeks. I've been trying to put something aside. I don't have any left to give at this moment. I'm not saying no forever. Your father cut you off. That's exactly what you are saying. It's not. I'm just saying I don't have it today. Your brother rolled his eyes. You literally work all the time. Where does the money even go? You stared at him, then looked at Jungkook, who looked uncomfortable but still respectful. Into bills, into groceries, into gas, into all the things everyone forgets I cover. Your mother scoffed again. Oh, please, don't exaggerate. It's not that much. You laughed under your breath bitterly. Not that much? Mom, I paid your hospital bill last month. I covered Dad's car repair. I paid for Sam's textbook order. Your sister cut in, frowning. Okay, don't make it sound like you are the only one who does things for this family. You stare at her. When was the last time you paid a single bill? Silence filled the room. Your mom waved her hand dismissively. This is not about that. Your brother needs support. Isn't that what family is for? You swallowed hard. And what about me? Don't I need support too? Another silence, the kind that said the truth too clearly. Stop making this about you. No one is attacking you. You clenched your jaw. I'm not making it about me. I'm just telling you I literally don't have that amount right now. Your mother sighed loudly. You know what's funny? Ever since you got engaged, you have changed. You are acting selfish. The word hit your chest like a slap. Jungkook straightened in his seat, uncomfortable. He was already watching, struggling whether to interrupt in your family matters. Your father turned to him. At least she'll have you now. Someone responsible. Someone who knows what family means. Don't drag him into this. Your father leaned forward. Why not? He cares for this family more than you do. You blinked. Jungkook opened his mouth, trying to calm the tension. Sir, that's not fair. She's. Your father interrupted again. If Vine doesn't want to help, I'm sure you can, right? She's your fiance. You two are basically one unit now. Your heartbeat stung your ribs. Jungkook hesitated. You could see him trying to be polite, not cause a scene. If money is needed, I can help. It's not a big. You turn your face toward him. Why would you do that? Jungkook blinked, surprised by her tone. Your brother smirked like he had won something. Why not? At least someone here isn't being dramatic. You pressed your lips together to stop them from trembling. Jungkook blinked at you, assuming that it's okay. He cares about you and he can't see you struggling. You guys are really something. I never asked him for a single cent, not once. Yeah, because you're too proud and now look, you can't even help your own family. You laughed, a sad, hollow laugh. You mean the family that only calls me when they need something? That family? No one responded, not even an apology, not even concern for your expression, not even guilt, just irritation, annoyance, and expectation. You slowly pushed your chair back and stood. I'm done. I'm not staying here another minute. Your mother rolled her eyes. There she goes. Always dramatic. And that did it. You grabbed her coat, walked over the door, and didn't look back. Jungkook stood up immediately. I'll look for her. Jungkook hurried out behind you. Wait. You stopped but didn't turn around. Your shoulders were trembling but you held yourself together. You okay? You let out a laugh that wasn't really a laugh. I'm fine. You weren't. You were anything but fine. He stepped a little closer carefully. I didn't want to make it worse. I just didn't like how they were speaking to you. You looked at him exhausted. You shouldn't have offered to help. He nodded slowly. I can't see them talking to you like that just for some money. I thought it would ease the situation. I'm sorry if I did something wrong. Your throat tightened again. You didn't do anything wrong. They did. You blinked away a burning tear. Do you want me to drive you home? You nodded silently. You didn't trust your voice anymore. The car was warm, but your chest wasn't. The streetlights passed in soft blurs, streaking the window like fading memories. You kept your forehead lightly pressed to the cold glass, trying to quiet your breathing, trying not to let the sting behind your eyes turn into tears. You didn't want to cry, not here, not next to him. You held your hands together in your lap to stop them from shaking. The silence stretched for a bit, heavy but not uncomfortable, more like he was giving you space. But then Jungkook spoke, voice low and gentle. Ryan, stop worrying so much. Your eyes fluttered shut. You wished you could. You wished you knew how. You stayed quiet, afraid your voice would betray you. He glanced sideways at you. You could feel it even without turning. I know you are overthinking everything right now. I could see it. The moment we stepped outside, you shut down. Your mind hasn't stopped since. Your throat tightened. You wanted to say yes. You wanted to say, I'm tired. You wanted to rest your head on his shoulder and just breathe. But eldest daughters don't do that. They don't crumble. They don't show weakness. They don't lean. You forced your expression into something steadier, something controlled. I'm sorry you have to witness all of that. It must have been uncomfortable. He frowned. Why are you saying sorry? You swallowed, staring at your fingers. It was messy. It wasn't something anyone should see, especially not you. He shook his head softly. I'm also part of that family now, am I not? Your heart stilled. You looked at him then, slowly, cautiously, and he held your gaze with a steadiness that made something in your chest ache. If something comes at you, it comes at me too, and I don't mind that. I'm not going anywhere. The words landed gently, but they hit deep. No one had ever said that to you before. You felt your eyes burn again, the kind of burn that came from years of holding everything in. You wanted to rest your head against his shoulder, more than anything. Just once, but the fear came first. What if he thinks I'm being dramatic? What if he thinks I'm weak? What if he thinks I'm too much? So you force yourself to straighten a little to keep your voice steady. Thank you for saying that. He nodded, returning his eyes to the road. You don't have to handle everything alone, Ryan. Not anymore. And just like that, you felt something shift inside you. Something terrifying, something warm. You weren't in love, you knew that, but you were beginning to think you could be. Because he wasn't just polite, he wasn't just calm, he wasn't just responsible, he felt safe. A kind of safe you had never had before. You watched him in the dim glow of passing lights, and for the first time since the engagement had been decided, you thought, maybe he could really be someone I lean on. The car slowed in front of your apartment. You unbuckled quietly. Thank you for driving me home and thank you for everything today. He offered a soft smile. Text me when you are inside, okay? I will. You stepped out and the cold air rushed against your face, the only thing stopping the tears from falling. He waited until you reached your door before he drove off. You watched his tail lights disappear, clutching your keys in your hand. The morning after the dinner, you thought things would feel lighter. They didn't. You walked into your office with your usual quiet smile, greeting co-workers, hiding the faint exhaustion under your favorite lipstick. You told yourself, it's fine, today will be normal, today no one will ask anything from you, but fate didn't care, not when it came to you, not when it came to your family. You were typing an email when your colleague, Mia, poked her head in. There's a woman outside asking for you. She looks upset. Your heart dropped before you even stood up. You knew that tone, you knew that description, you knew exactly who it was. You walked out and there she stood, your mother, arms crossed, face pinched with irritation as if you had already disappointed her, without even speaking. A few co-workers stopped to watch. Mom, what are you doing here? She got up the moment she saw you. You walked near. I'm here to take the money. Your brother has to submit it. Where's your fiance? You looked at her in disbelief. Mom, are you serious? Are you seriously asking for money from Jungkook? She looked at you like you're crazy. He said he'll give. Besides, he's a part of the family now. We fixed your marriage. We have our rights. You scoffed. And that gives you the right to take money from him? She looked at you now serious. Okay, then you give me if you have a problem. I told you I don't have it now. Then stop acting like a saint. Move, I have to go to Jungkook. She started to walk but you blocked her way. This is my workplace, Mom. Please don't embarrass yourself here along with me. She chuckled mockingly. Look at you. I'm here to meet my son-in-law. Stop acting like you are his secretary. I don't know how he's going to handle you with this much attitude and ego. God save him. You swallowed your anger. Don't drag him into this, Mom. This is between us. Why? Embarrassed? Or you want to save all that money for your new life with him, planning a comfortable future while your parents beg for scraps? Your jaw tightened so hard it hurt. Have some shame, Mom. Those words came out from your mouth in anger. She gasped dramatically. What did you say? Shame? From you? I sacrificed everything so you could stand here today, and this is how you talk to me? Blinked hard, you could feel your colleagues pretend not to listen. You could feel your chest tightening. You were shaking, still you spoke. Didn't I pay enough? Didn't I do enough? Tell me, Mom. Haven't I given more than I ever had? She opened her mouth, but you didn't let her. The dam in you broke. I don't remember asking for things that could put you in burden. When girls my age were going out, making memories, living freely, I stayed home, not because I wanted to, but because I knew I would only get silence or a lecture if I asked for anything. Your mother's expression faltered slightly, but you weren't done, not anymore. Do you think I enjoyed my childhood? Do you think I liked being the second parent to a kid who weren't mine? I was six, and I was already the one responsible. I cleaned, I cooked, I babysat. I grew up before I learned how to play. Your voice cracked, your colleagues froze, hearts in their throats. I gave up my desires so you could fulfill theirs. I got punished for their mistakes because apparently I should have taken care of them. I survived, Mom. That's what I did. I didn't live, I survived. Your legs felt weak, your head felt light, and now I'm still surviving, still giving, still doing everything I can, but it's never enough for you. It will never be enough. Silence, her mouth open, no words came out. But at this point, even if she had spoken, it wouldn't have mattered. You felt empty, hollow, broken, open for the world to see. And all you wanted desperately was someone who wasn't using you, someone who didn't want something from you every time you showed up, someone who felt like safety, and that someone was Jungkook. You grabbed your phone, your ID card still around your neck, and walked out of the office before the tears spilled. You didn't stop walking, didn't breathe properly, didn't think. You went straight to Jungkook's floor, straight to his office. Sleeves were rolled up, jaw clenched, papers spread everywhere, two monitors full of deadlines, and a tension in his shoulder you hadn't seen before. Ryan, his voice was tight. You were supposed to be downstairs, what? But then he saw your face. The softness flickered just for a second. Hey, what happened? You swallowed, closing the door behind you. Your voice trembled. My mom, she came to the office. He ran a hand through his hair, sighing. Not annoyed at you, annoyed at everything happening to him. Okay, Sid, did she say something bad? You didn't sit, you just stood there because if you said you knew you would collapse. She came here to get money from you. He remained silent. You looked at him, and this time tears were in your eyes. I didn't like it. She created a scene. Why did you promise them to give money? He sighed, making you sit. He was already in bad mood because of an argument with a supplier. I don't know what they want. They don't care about anything. Wine, just relax. You think too much. Let me give her the money. At least she won't trouble you. You shook your head. No, I can never let that happen. It will become their habit. I'm doing enough, but it's never enough for them. They don't want to do anything on their own. Jungkook kept getting calls, but he put his phone on silent because it was you at the moment who he wanted to prioritize. But the beef with that client was too big. Fine, we'll talk about this later. Do you know what she said? I didn't enjoy my childhood. She said I never cared. She said I owe her everything. I've been taking care of everyone since I was 6, Jungkook. I gave up everything. He let out a deep, frustrated exhale, not at you, but you felt it like a blow anyway. Everyone gives up something. You blinked. What? He picked up a file, flipping pages harshly. Ryan, I understand you are upset, but don't exaggerate everything in your head. It's not the whole world attacking you. If you don't have money, let me give and move on. There's no use of getting anxious over such things. Your heart twisted painfully. I'm not exaggerating, and it's not about the money, Jungkook. He stood up suddenly. But right now, I can't handle another emotional storm. I have a board meeting in an hour, two departments waiting for answers, and you are bringing all this on top of it. Your throat closed, your chest felt tight. You had never made him angry before, you had never been a burden to him, but today you were. He didn't even look at you when he spoke the next words, the words that would stay with you for years. He was tired and frustrated. Ryan, please don't make everything sound heavier than it is. Everyone has bad days. You can't expect me to drop everything every time you break down. The room went silent. Your breathing stopped. The worst fear of your life, the fear of depending on someone, the fear of opening up, fear of leaning became real. You whispered, voice barely there. So this is what happens when I finally ask for support. He froze, slowly turned toward you. Only then realizing what he had actually said, but you were already stepping back, already shaking, already shattered. I shouldn't have come here. And before he could say your name, before he could fix it, before he could take the words back, you walked out of his office, and this time you didn't look back. You didn't remember walking out of the building. Your legs moved on their own. The sharp winter air hit your face, but you barely felt it. Your vision blurred, your chest tightened, and the street outside the company felt like it was spinning. You kept walking, aside the building, past the parking lot, to that small corner no one really used. And finally, you stopped, your knees folded, and you sat on the cold pavement, back against the wall. You pressed your hand to your mouth as the first sob escaped. You tried to hold it in. God, you tried, but the weight of years, of responsibility, of silence, of everyone leaning on you while you had no one, it broke through. Your voice was small, shaking, and broken. Knew it. I knew I shouldn't have leaned on anyone, not even once. Your phone buzzed in your pocket, Jungkook's name flashing on the screen. You didn't answer, you couldn't, because right now the one person you thought would hold you for once had told you you were too much. The exact thing you spent your whole life fearing. Jungkook stood in the middle of his office, hands in his hair, breathing unevenly. He replayed her expression, every second, every word he threw without thinking. He whispered to himself, "What did I just do?" He grabbed his coat and rushed out. He didn't even care that an entire department saw him running through the corridor. His heart was pounding. Why, where are you? Checked the elevators, the lobby, the cafeteria, nothing. Then he saw an employee from your floor. "Did you see Wyan?" The woman blinked in surprise. She went outside. She looked really upset. His chest tightened. He pushed through the doors, scanning the outdoor space, the street, the corners, and then he stopped. You were sitting on the ground, hugging your knees, quietly sobbing into your hands. Jungkook's breath caught because he had never seen you cry, never seen you break. And this was not someone being dramatic. This was someone collapsing after years of holding everything alone. He walked slowly toward you, heart in his throat. "Wyan," he said softly. You stiffened immediately. Didn't look at him. You quickly wiped your face with your sleeve, trying to hide everything again, because you always hid everything. That's how you survived, but your voice cracked when you spoke. "I'm sorry, I shouldn't have disturbed you. I shouldn't have said anything." Jungkook felt his throat ache. "Don't say that, please, Swayan. Look at me. I'm sorry. I didn't mean that." "You didn't. You couldn't." He crouched in front of you, voice small and trembling, guilt already eating him alive. "I didn't mean what I said. I wasn't thinking clearly. I was just overwhelmed and I messed up. I'm really, really sorry." Finally looked up, eyes red but expression cold, and let out a broken laugh. "You know what hurts the most? I didn't come here expecting you to solve anything. I just wanted someone to hear me for once." Your voice shook. "I wanted to lean on you just once, just one time. I thought maybe I deserved that much." You swallowed hard. You deserve so much more." But you shook your head. "No, I was wrong. I thought you were different, that maybe you would understand the weight I carry. But you saw it as me being too much." He reached out gently, but you moved back. A small movement, but it felt like a knife. "You proved my biggest fear right, Jungkook." His heart dropped. "What fear?" "That the moment I show someone my weakness, they will turn their back on me." His face crumbled. "Because you were right, he did that. He became the thing that broke you." You wiped your tears again, forcing yourself up. Voice steadier than your shaking legs. "I'm calling off the engagement." Jungkook's heart dropped. "Ryan, don't." You looked at him, truly looked, and for the first time he saw how exhausted your soul was. "I would marry a man I cannot trust with my emotions. I can survive alone, but I cannot survive with someone who thinks my pain is an inconvenience. He took off the ring and gave it to him. Wayne, please don't do this. He took a step back, then another. Jungkook didn't move, he didn't chase. He couldn't because he knew that you came to him for comfort, but he unintentionally dismissed you, calling it too much.